Hi, I'm StyleWise style editor Jon Jordan. What the heck? People, there are a lot of you out there who are cutting your own hair. And I think while that's admirable, when there are clippers involved, it can be a little bit dangerous too. Case in point, Pink and her lovely husband down there in the corner, and then next to Pink, that's Blake Shelton. So these are not good situations. Pink actually noted in her social media post that there were cocktails preceding the haircut. So I don't think that's really a good sequence to follow. Clippers are a problem if you don't know how to use them. And if you don't use the right kind. There are all kinds of clippers out there. You may not know that, but I'm here to educate you a little bit about that. So I think that the clipper format that most people think about, something that looks like this. This is called a peanut by Wall, and a lot of pros use this because they like the size. But there are all of these different guards, and the way that works is you just put the appropriate length on that you're striving for, whether it be long or short, and then the guard will cut hair at that length. Now, the way that you would do that if you want to graduate, say, from shorter to longer, I would start out with a guard that is actually longer than what I think I might need, because you can always go over what you've done and decrease the length by putting a shorter guard on. But once you cut hair, you can't put it back. You probably know that, right? Here's another clipper that I really like. Makes a lot more sense to me, actually. This is by Philips Norelco, and you dial this. Can you hear that clicking? So this is the same idea. This is the same idea as using different size clipper guards, but this one you can increase or decrease incrementally. So I think that makes a lot of sense. That way you can, graduate the length. You can do a little bit, or you can do a little bit more. You can proceed cautiously with something like that. Another thing that you might want to try, this is called a man groomer for men, but women could use it too. And it's, it's really about manscaping. You can do your back, and you can, put guards on this, and you can, do your body with this. But think about it. If you are trying to cut your own hair, and maybe you're doing, your neckline, maybe you have some dexterity issues, well, a handheld mirror, and something like this probably would make the process a little bit easier. All right, let's crank that down. Another thing that you might want to consider, because I like to proceed cautiously and I like to just, ease into things. This is a little tiny, this is by Wall too. This is a little teeny tiny personal trimmer. All right, so this would be for things like, ears and sideburns and eyebrows for the, errant hair that's, something that you just need to clip quickly. But really, when you think about this, something like this, because it's so small, you could actually section hair and just sort of chip at it, because that'll give you a little bit softer edge, and scissors can be kind of tricky because you often get a blunt edge. Something like this, because it's so tiny, it will force you to go more slowly, and therefore I think that your cut will be a lot better thought out, because if you're trying to rush through it, and that's how mistakes are made, and that's how lines are that's how lines appear that are too short or too blunt. It's because you're rushing. So something like this, for a very minimal investment, might be something that you'd want to have. Side rant. This is something that you can trim your nose hair with, and I have seen a lot of posts on social media and videos about this phenomenon of nose waxing. Nose waxing is not a good idea. Ask any MD about it. Your nose hair is there for a reason, and it's to prohibit germs from traveling into your lungs, and so this is a good way to attend to that. I'm being I guess kind of paternal about this in my little side rant here. So just say no to nose waxing, and just say yes to clippers, but use the right one. I've shown you a bunch of different things here. And unlike another celebrity, Armie Hammer, who posted this on his social media page, Armie decided right here that it was a good idea to use clippers and to give himself a mohawk. So, I think that for a guy who is a famous movie star, you've probably seen him in Social Network or Call Me By My Name. He's, arguably one of the most attractive, male movie stars out there. This kind of business, though, this is criminal. That's my opinion. Well, I've covered a lot of ground today. I think you need to be really careful with your clippers. Armie, I hope you're watching this too. Big fan of yours, but let's make the mohawk just a one-time thing, okay? Thanks for watching Style Wise. I hope you've learned something. If you'd like to learn more, you could always subscribe. I want to hear your comments. Armie, this means you.